Hello, Instagram. Good morning. Happy Monday. This is Dr. Iyabo Webzel from Atlanta, Georgia. How's everyone doing today? I thought I'd come live today on this last day of September. Can you guys believe that it's already September 30th? Can you believe that there's only 3 months left to the end of 2024? It's amazing how time flies. And I woke up this morning and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live. And for those of you who knew about the virtual coaching events, the Well-Rounded Woman Conference that happened this weekend, my co-hosts were Dr. Adiola Adeyemi, who is a psychiatrist and cook and coach with Kemi. For those of you who knew about it, who didn't sign up, I just want to let you know that you missed out big time. You missed out on 8 hours of life-changing coaching. Honestly, many women signed up. I'm telling you, even as I'm talking, I'm getting goosebumps because many lives were changed. Women learned so much. We answered all of their questions. We coached them thoroughly. All of the questions that they came up on for the conference for, we made sure we answered all their questions. They got intensive coaching for 8 hours, four hours each day. Thank you. Somebody said you're awesome. Thank you so much. Everybody, welcome. I can see that many of you have joined. Welcome to my live. I just decided to just jump right in and just start speaking. Many lives were changed. The women came on. They came with their questions. The three of us answered the questions. We gave them practical strategies to help them achieve all of their goals. They shared their stories. Some cried, some laughed. We had fun, but we also really focused on helping the women who signed up. 8 hours of coaching. Imagine having me, Dr. Iyabo, to coach you for 8 hours. So those of you who procrastinated and juggled it back and forth and ended up not signing up, I just want to tell you that sorry, but you missed out because we will have another conference at some point. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be a lot more costly than that very, very low fee that we charged. Because we basically charged women $149 for 8 hours of coaching. Yes. So unfortunately, you're not going to get that rate again. It's going to be much, much, much more than that the next time we do the conference. But I just wanted to come on to say, can you believe it's the end of September? We just have 3 more months, October, November, December left in the year. And I know there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in the world. There was the Hurricane Helene in the southern part of Georgia, which I'm in Atlanta. It actually affected a lot of Atlanta, thank God. And I say this humbly because I'm not better or more special than the other people who had a lot of devastation. I'm telling you, there's still many people who don't have power, whose homes were flooded. I thank God that our home is fine. We had power all through and that we're safe. But many places in Georgia, in North Carolina, in beautiful Asheville. I don't know if who's been to Asheville before, but I've been there before and I enjoyed my time there. It's a beautiful town or city. And they're like underwater, so many businesses lost, so many lives lost in Georgia, in North Carolina, in Florida. So there's a lot going on in the world, and my heart goes out to all of the families that have been affected, people who've lost loved ones. I pray that God gives you the peace and the strength to be able to bear your losses, and the people who are still without power and all of the devastation going on. I pray that, the government and their local authorities will help them recover. So there's a lot going on in the world, right? There's 2 wars going on in the world. There's a lot going on. There's the elections in America, right? Of course, you guys know that I'm a big Kamala fan, okay? My sister Kamala, I'm supporting. I call her my sister. My kids are always laughing when I say that. They're like, "How is she your sister? We didn't know you had another sister aside from the ones you have." I'm like, "She's my sister." They know I'm joking, but yeah. So I'm a big Kamala fan. On the day of early voting, I will be first in line, dressed up as if I'm going to a party, going there to cast my vote for Kamala Harris, because we need change in this country. We need peace. We need respect and dignity for everybody to come back. All of the negativity that the other guy, I don't even want to mention his name, that the other guy has created in this country, honestly, it just has to stop. And you will be surprised to hear that I don't vote on policy. I said this during the conference over the weekend. I'm actually somebody who doesn't vote on policy. I vote on morals. Because at the end of the day, there's very little variation between how the country is from president to president, right? There's little variation. Yes, I know that some policies are better than others, but for me, because I'm such a hardworking, diligent, disciplined person, I will flourish under any government that is there. Unless there's a war, God forbid, I'll flourish because I work hard in my businesses and I just am very disciplined. But morals for me are very, very important. How can I vote for somebody who will be the president of a country who can't even respect anybody? Did you hear the latest thing he said about Kamala? He said that Kamala is mentally disabled. I'm sorry, with all due respect to everybody who is his fan and who is his supporter, who is going to vote for him, with total respect to all of you. But I'm telling you, there's absolutely no way. In fact, my heavenly Father up there will say, "Iyabo, this is not the Iyabo I know." Why? We need to remember the 9 fruits of the Spirit. This is what I base my life on. The book that I wrote, Permanent Happiness, I talk a lot in there about living by the nine fruits of the Spirit. Lovey, did you turn the egg off?
Yes.
Oh, no, it's not yet time. It's a bit too early.
You said 12 minutes. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, it hadn't boiled. Sorry, Lovey. I'm boiling an egg. And I had asked my honey to please turn it off for me, but I don't think the egg is boiled yet. Lovey, maybe let's do another 10 minutes, just so it's hard boiled. Thanks, love. Yeah, so what was I saying? So I always try my best to live by the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, self-control. What are the other ones? I'm sorry, I'm blanking out on them now. But those of you who are Christians and those of you who are not even Christians, if you Google what are the 9 fruits of the Spirit, that's what I base my life on. And that's what every leader, that's how they should lead. So how can you want to lead a whole country, a whole United States of America, and everything that comes out of your mouth is disrespect? He disrespects women every day. I mean, imagine calling the vice president of a country a black Asian woman mentally disabled. I mean, it beats me. It's like, and then they call themselves Christian. How can this man say he's Christian if all he does is disrespect, people all the time? He disrespects veterans, he disrespects women, especially women of color. He calls them stupid, he calls them all sorts of names. He disrespects transgender people, he disrespects gays, he disrespects everybody that he can disrespect. It's just, I will vote for Kamala with all of my heart. And I pray, honestly, I pray every day that she wins, because we need peace and we need respect and dignity to come back. He refers to foreigners, all of this cat eating and dog eating and what, it's just, I'm sorry, but you guys can see how passionate I am. If you're going to be a leader, you have to learn how to respect all people. You have to learn how to, live in a dignified way. You have to learn how, we're not God. There's nothing, we can't judge anybody. We can't judge transgenders or gays or anybody. You don't have to support anything to love them. You know, I love and I respect everybody. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stand here and say it's fine to be transgender or whatnot, but I respect and I love all transgenders. I love all people, whether you're a foreigner, whether you don't know whose help you're going to need at some point. That person that you're talking negative about may be the person that you need to help you survive at some point. You don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know you don't know who your grandchildren are going to need. Your grandchildren may be in the hands of the so-called immigrants or migrants, and your grandchildren may be a migrant or immigrant. The only person that can save your child in a flood or in a medical situation. So, respect has to come back to this country. Respect and humility. If there's something that I learned from my parents, my mom and dad, it's that you have to be, you have to be humble. There's something, you can be hardworking and passionate, but you can also be humble. This man just lacks it, he lacks anything that is anything like humility or respect. I mean, I could not believe it yesterday when I heard that he called Kamala mentally disabled. I'm like, I thought that he was even calming down and the disrespect was lessening. But it's just too much. So I will boldly and proudly vote for Kamala. I will proudly, because we need her to restore some respect and the 9 fruits of spirit back to this country. The disrespect is too much. I'm a black woman, and it makes my heart ache when people disrespect black women. It makes my heart ache when people disrespect women, point blank. But black women, it makes my heart ache because I have 2 black daughters. And imagine if somebody is calling, and they were born here. They're American citizens. They were born here, so they could run for president. Imagine if one of my daughters is running for president, and then some man who thinks like he's God calls my daughter mentally disabled. I'll be furious. So I'm telling you, I'm sorry, but vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm not here campaigning. Well, I am campaigning for Kamala, actually. But I'm not talking anybody down. I'm just saying the disrespect needs to stop. I don't know how anybody in their sane mind can want to vote for somebody who has no respect for anybody. Immigrants are humans. I'm an immigrant. Okay? I'm an immigrant. I came to this country. Well, I had left Nigeria to go to England, and then after England, I came here. I'm an immigrant, but I have paid more taxes than even the regular American has paid who was born here. Okay? I'm a naturalized citizen, but I have had a business for 20 years, and I have paid huge taxes. I have paid more taxes than the average American has paid. So how dare anybody disrespect me, okay? Or disrespect my fellow immigrants and say that we're eating cats and dogs and geese and all of that, okay? We're very intelligent people, okay? Immigrants and migrants, most of us, if not all of us, are very intelligent people. We contribute a lot to the economy and to everything and to the greatness of America. We do. Okay, we're very intelligent people. So how dare these low information people disrespect us? It has to stop, because that's what I call them. There was a lady on CNN who referred to them as low information people. And honestly, being low information and being ignorant is actually a disease, because that's when you feel like you're more superior to people because they're immigrants or migrants. I'm an immigrant. You can hear my accent, but I'm a pediatrician. I'm a coach. Okay, I'm proud of my intelligence, and I'm proud of everything that I've contributed to America. So that was my initial rant. Okay, that was my initial rant. But there's a lot going on in the world. Okay, the hurricane that has just happened, which unfortunately, has devastated so many communities, and I pray for all those that are still hurting from it. There's the 2 wars going on in the world. There's American politics that has become it's become a jungle out there with so much disrespect from the other side. But at the end of the day, as humans, we still have to stay focused on our goals, right? We have to stay focused on our goals, because one by one, each of us has a purpose in this world, and each of us has been commissioned by God to come into this world to make the world better. So yes, the wars are going on. Unfortunately, there's been a hurricane, all of those things. And I know the holiday season is also fast approaching. But the reason I'm doing this live is while I was getting ready today, getting ready for my day, putting my makeup on, I just thought to myself that, well, I guess something spoke to my spirit that I had to come live. And what came to my spirit was that I needed to remind people to refocus on their goals. Because as you know, we had the conference this weekend, the women's coaching event. And it was such a life-changing event. Every time that I coach women, whether it's in a group coaching setting like I did this weekend, or it's in my regular one-on-one coaching, it changes me. It changes my life positively from the inside out. Every time I'm able to pour into women, every time I'm able to hear their stories, their stories that, from everything from their health, to their wealth, to their finances, to their goals in life, to their struggles, to their hardships, to their successes, all of those things, it changes me as a person from inside out. And I feel so honored. At the same time, I feel really humbled to be able to be in the position to help women, because, it's, I believe that I was created to do that. I believe that, yes, I'm a pediatrician, right? Yes, I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, but I believe that I was actually put on this earth. I have no doubts that God placed me here to change the lives of women all over the world. And yes, I'm very passionate about children because, again, I'm a pediatrician, right? So I'm very passionate about kids from birth to 21 years old. That's my pediatrician part, the pediatrician part of my brain. But I'm very, very passionate about helping women be the best that they can be, because there are many women who are hurting, who are struggling because of some reason or the other, who just are not able to evolve into that person that they really want to be. All of us women have those goals that, we have those big dreams, those goals that we really want to achieve, and there's always something holding us back or preventing us from achieving our goals. So I just wanted to come on today to remind us that today being the 30th of September, it's the last day of September. Tomorrow is going to be October 1st. It's going to be tomorrow, October 1st. I believe that's even the Independence Day in Nigeria. Is it October 1st, October 3rd? I believe it's October 1st. So that's my home country Independence Day. But, I just wanted to come on to remind us to refocus and to reset, okay? And not get too caught up now into, okay, it's about to be Halloween, which I don't celebrate Halloween. As a child of God, you know me, I'm a Christian, I'm a disciple of Christ. Yeah, the kids do all the things. When my daughters were young, we did all the costumes, but I never let them wear any witch or any dark costumes. But before we start getting into them, somebody said I don't either. No. They can wear fun costumes, but no witch costumes or no dark costumes here. No. I don't know how anybody can be letting their kids wear the costumes of witches or dark things. No, not here. I rebuke all those in Jesus' name. But before we start getting into the cycle of it's Halloween, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, I want everybody, whether you're a woman or a man, because I can see a few men on this live, and I know that many of you are going to watch the replay. I wanted to come on to ask us to reset and to refocus on our goals, because I know that when all of us started this new year of 2024, we had some big goals. I know that for sure. I know many of us had many, many big goals. I had many, many big goals, and I have worked on most of them and achieved most of them. There's still a couple of goals that I have, and I'm very focused and disciplined, and I know that I want to achieve them before the end of the year. But what are the goals you started 2024 with? What are the goals you started 2024 with? You still have 3 months. You have 3 months, and there are 3 main pillars that women are always looking to achieve, right? A lot of women still have a lot of financial hardships and financial struggles, which under the finances, I'll put in career struggles, I'll put in business struggles. Some of you have businesses that are not doing well, or you want to start a business, you don't know how to start, or you want to learn how to create content in order to be able to monetize your content. You want an online business. Some of you are burnt out in your job, in your career. You want to start a business, you don't know how to transition. You're struggling with money. Lack of money is giving you sleepless nights. That is number one, right? For a lot of women and some men and men, right? There's a lot of financial struggles. Number 2 that I'll say is struggles with health. Okay? Many women struggle with their health. Many women focus and take care of other people, take care of their husband, their children, their parents, their friends, and they forget themselves. Many of my doctor colleagues, many of my nurse colleagues, you're out there working long hours, taking care of this person and that person, and your own health is struggling. You're piling on the pounds. Autoimmune problems are coming up. Your blood pressure is out of control. You have diabetes. There's just so much. Your knees are hurting. There's the physical health problems, all of that. And then let's not even start on the mental health issues. So many people, are not feeling optimistic about their life these days. We discussed this at the conference this weekend. Optimism is lacking. There's just many people that don't feel that optimistic about their life. They don't feel optimistic about the future. There's just a sense of apathy. That word apathy, where people are just like, I'm just not feeling good about my life. I don't like where I am, but I'm not even sure what the future will hold. I don't even know how to change it. I'm not sure where to start from. So the number 2 is health, right? There's the physical health, and they're interconnected. So if your mental health is suffering and struggling, your physical health will struggle because you won't sleep well. And I said it on one of my reels recently that sleep is the number 1 determinant of good health. Okay? We talk about exercise a lot. We talk about the food we eat a lot, but we forget to emphasize how important sleep is. And if you line up 50 women, probably 48 out of those 50 women are not sleeping well, especially the older ones, especially like 30-year-olds and above. They're not sleeping well. Why? Because they have the weight of the world on their shoulders. They're struggling with finances, money, career, business. Because they're not sleeping well, they've been diagnosed with chronic medical problems, and then the chronic medical problems are preventing them from sleeping well. So it becomes a vicious cycle. So, they worry about their kids, they worry about money. And then we've discussed financial struggles. We've discussed health, which is physical and mental health issues. Then number 3, which I left for last, is all the relationship struggles that women put on their head. On their heads, all of the women who are in toxic marriages, in toxic relationships, who have committed their lives to men who don't respect them, who don't love them. It's like I can go on and on and on. Women who just sit there. Women sit in marriages where they're drowning. I talked about it during the conference. It's like quicksand. Many women sit in marriages where they can't see the light. They don't even know how they got there, what to do while they're drowning, and it's like quicksand, and they're like shoulder deep into that quicksand. And before they know it, that quicksand will get to their nose and they will not be able to breathe. So there's the women in toxic relationships, toxic marriages, who've lost themselves in those toxic marriages. They've resigned themselves to being single, married women. They don't see their husband. You know, I can go on and on. I can go on and on. So those are the three pillars: finances, health, relationships, that most women struggle with. And under the relationships will also be, you know, worrying about their kids. That's also a relationship. There's also many women who, because they are struggling, their kids are also struggling. And then it just becomes this very difficult situation that they're in. So I'm a woman, I'm a 54-year-old woman. Okay, I'm happily married to the love of my life, but I've been divorced. I was married for 15 years. I was with my ex for 23 years. We had two wonderful, beautiful daughters to get together. I love my daughters and my world. I love them from the moon and back, or how do you say it? Hi, Moons, hi, Rens, if you're watching or if you watch the replay. So I've been through many stages of life. I've been single, I've been divorced, I remarried at the age of 50. I'm a business owner. I own two businesses. We have three family businesses. My two businesses, my husband's business. So we have three family businesses. We have 4 children. I have my 2 daughters and I have my 2 stepsons. So, you know, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a stepmom. I've been divorced, I've been single, I've been married. I know about business. Like, if you wake me up from sleep, I can just tell you all about business, any kind of business. Talk to me about it and I'll advise you on any kind of business, whether it's online or offline. Finances, come to me about your finances, okay? Because yes, I have assets in 7 figures. I have invested a ton of money in my self-development, in my personal development over the years. I have invested a ton of time and discipline into creating my successful businesses. So yes, I have assets in 7 figures because I have worked for it, and I am able to help you with all of your relationships, whether it's your struggling love life with your boyfriend, or you don't even know how to date anymore. You're like, am I ever going to meet a good man? Or your marriage is struggling, or the relationships with your children are struggling, whether you have toddlers or preteens or teenagers or young adults. All of your relationships, I'm that experienced coach that can help you with it. So this live is about, I want you to reset and refocus on those 3 aspects of your life. So your relationships, you're struggling, I'm here to help you. I'm that one-on-one personal coach that can help you with all of your relationships, all of them, whether you're divorced or single or married or looking to date, or you have relationship problems with your kids or with your friends, any kind of relationship issues, I'm the person for you. Then when it comes to your health, you guys, if you follow me, you already know how much I talk about health. How important health is. You can be the richest person in this world. You can have $10 billion. If your health is suffering, the $10 billion is like $0 because it won't help you. So health is so important. As a 54-year-old woman, you know how passionate I am about helping women become healthy, okay? You've seen me, I'm 54, I take very good care of myself, okay? Very good care of myself. I try to eat right, I take care of my mental health, I take care of my physical health, okay? I exercise, I walk about 4 miles or more every day. I take care of myself. It shows on my skin. It shows on everything I do. I'm a US size 4. I posted about that recently. So I'm passionate about helping women with their health, because many women abandon their physical health and their mental health, especially us Black women. We want to help the world. We are the caretakers of our children, of our husbands, of our aunties, of grandmas, of everything. So many Black women are working 3 jobs. It's too much. So it's time to reset and refocus, and I want to help you with your health. Whether you've been struggling to lose those 50 pounds, or you are even slim, but you still have a host of medical problems, because being slim doesn't mean there's no medical problems. If you're slim and your mental health is struggling, you will still get sick. Okay? You will get sick. So physical health, mental health, both are very important. So if you're that woman and you're 18 years old and above and you're struggling to be able to get healthy, to get your health routines back. You are not even sure what kind of food you should be eating. Instagram has confused you. Is it high protein or low fat or this or that or that? I'll simplify it for you. Which vitamins should you be taking? Which supplements should you be taking? How do you improve your sleep? Okay? How do you improve that hip pain, that knee pain that has been bothering you? I'm that coach for you. I'm that personal coach that will help you with all of those health-related issues that you are struggling with. Okay? Now, finances, right? I have talked about relationships. I have talked about relationships, how I can help you. I have talked about your health, how I can help you. Then finances, the biggest one that gives a lot of women high blood pressure and diabetes and stress and all sorts of other things. A lot of women are struggling about money. Okay, should I be a stay-home mom and just rely 100% on my husband? Should I continue my 9-to-5 job? Should I start a business? Should I quit my job? Should I do a work part-time in my job while I'm working on my business? Do I need a brick and mortar business? Do I need an online business? Do I need to invest in life insurance, or is it retirement fund? Is a retirement fund even worth it? Should I reinvest in a retirement fund, or is it a waste of time? Is health insurance a waste of time, or should I? There's so many financial questions that women have, and they get so much wrong advice out there. Oh yeah, then the other one is, should I buy a house or should I continue renting? Do I need to start investing in a retirement fund before I buy a house, or should I buy a house first, or should I rent? What kind of business can I start? Women have so many financial questions, and they also have so many wrong ideas from people who don't know what they're doing, advising women and leading them astray. And let's not start the topic with my black women out there who are getting degree after degree after degree, spending thousands of dollars on getting certification after certification, masters and PhDs and all of this. And then they sit down with all of those degrees and they are still struggling with financial hardships. I've coached many women who have masters and PhDs, this coaching certificate, that coaching certificate, this counseling certificate, that counseling certificate. And at the end of the day, they are still suffering from imposter syndrome. They have all these degrees, they still cannot speak like I'm speaking. They still cannot market themselves in their business like they're doing. They still don't know how to make money in their business. They still don't have a clue as to how to make their business profitable, how to start a business, how to run a business, how to scale a business. And they have all of these degrees and they're overqualified. I discussed this at the conference as well. I'm like, this is a difference with a lot of my Caucasian sisters. I see a lot of Caucasian women online who are coaches who don't have all these big degrees that black women have. And they're coaching confidently. They are coaching confidently. I'm not saying they're not educated. Yes, a lot of them have bachelor's degrees, but they're not accumulating all sorts of more certificates and masters and PhDs. Black women are so educated these days. I don't know what it is that has gotten into us where we feel like we need to validate ourselves with degrees. And at the end of the day, we get those degrees and we're still poor. All of the women, I'm telling you, all of them that I've coached who have masters and PhDs, they don't have a retirement fund. So whoever is advising them to accumulate all those degrees and not contribute to their retirement fund is giving them terrible advice. You know, I feel it's just a manifestation of low self-esteem in my black sisters. And yes, I said it. It's a manifestation of very low self-esteem in my black sisters. It's because we have been beaten down so much psychologically, by the world, thinking we're not adequate, we're not enough. So we feel like if we have all these degrees, it makes us feel worthy. No, degrees are not going to make you feel worthy. Okay? I'm telling you, I have coached, you think I'm joking, I've coached many women who have masters and PhDs. They're still scared of public speaking. They still don't know how to start a business, or they've started all sorts of, and then they stop and start. They've started 7 businesses, they've all failed. No, stop validating yourself with businesses. You can have business degrees. You can have all the degrees in the world. If you don't step out and take action, you're still going to be suffering from financial hardships. That's the difference between my Caucasian sisters online, when I see the Caucasian women online who are coaches, and my black women who are coaches, or even in other careers. You'll see a Caucasian woman come out confidently and talk about her offers, talk about the things she's offering, and my black women are still looking for another certificate. They're still asking, oh, don't I need a coaching certificate? Don't I need this licensure? Don't I? No. Yes, I'm a doctor. I have a degree as a doctor. I'm a medical doctor. But after my medical doctor, I put a stop to degrees. People ask me, oh, how did you start a successful business? How have you had a business for 20 years without an MBA? Don't you need that? I say, you don't need an MBA to start a business. Who told you? When? Who told you? My parents were successful entrepreneurs. My mom didn't even step in school one day. Talk less of an MBA. My mom did not have the privilege of any kind of formal education. She didn't go to primary school or secondary school or college. And my mom was the best businesswoman. She knew how to make money. She knew how to buy and sell. She knew how to make a profit. She and my dad completed grammar school, but grammar school, I believe, is high school. My dad didn't go to college either. So whoever is giving you all of this, I have to get 10 MBAs before I feel worthy. Black women, please, we need to stop it. I'm not saying you shouldn't get an education. Education is very important. Please go to college and get at least minimum a bachelor's degree. It is very important. However, you are not going to cure your low self-esteem by getting degree after degree after degree. You're not going to cure your imposter syndrome by getting degree after degree after degree. What is going to cure your imposter syndrome is actual doing. It's actual action. It's actual stepping out into the marketplace to start the business. It is actual hiring a coach like myself to teach you the practical A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H strategies of starting a business. Okay, if you sit down and do an MBA or PhD, you will learn a bunch of theory. Okay? You will learn a bunch, and I'll read the comments in a while, but I'm in the zone now, so I just want to keep talking. Dr. Adiola, thanks for your comments. You will learn a bunch of theory. You will. But once you are done with all of that theory, you still need somebody to tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, G what to do. There's something about theoretical knowledge. There's another thing about practical knowledge. So, I don't know how much I can say this to women, how important coaching is. One-on-one coaching, how important it is. This is what I did before I started my business. I hired one-on-one consultants, one-on-one coaches to teach me. Okay? I didn't waste my time with an MBA. I did not waste my time with an MBA. So I know people who've gone to MBA, who've gone to get an MBA because they wanted to start a business, and fast forward 10 years, they still have not started their business. They still have not started their business. So rather than taking 25,000, I don't know how much MBAs cost, 25,000, 30,000, 50,000 to get that MBA, to get that MPH, to get that new certificate, that new licensure that is just teaching you theory. It's just more book knowledge. Okay? It's just more book knowledge, and it's not going to cure your insecurities and your low self-esteem and your imposter syndrome. In fact, the more degrees you get, listen to me, women, the more degrees you get, the less confident you will be. Yes, when you get a bachelor's degree, right, and maybe one master's, it raises your confidence, and then you have to step out into the marketplace and put all of that into practice. And most of you still don't know what to do. So you're still going to need a coach like myself to say, do this first, do that first. And an ongoing coach where I'll let you know what to do. I'll give you the practical strategies. You go off and you do it. After 2 months, if you have a question, you need a consultation because something isn't, because life is going to happen. When you come to a coach and the coach coaches you for 1 week, okay, and you go off and you implement what she taught you, and you go off and your business is doing well, in a few months, things are going to go out of whack, right? Some unexpected problems will come up in the business. Something will come up that you're like, oops, I don't know what to do now. My coach didn't teach me this. Then you have access to your coach. You paid a coach who you've paid her enough money where you have several sessions with her. You can go back to her. You come back to me and say, Dr. Iyabo, something is happening in my business. The profits are suddenly dropping. This is suddenly dropping. What can I do? And then I give you practical, proven strategies to implement. Okay? That is not something you learn from MBA or PhD. You know, MBAs are good if you're working in like a Fortune 500 company. Kemi, I'll read your comments in a second. If you're working in a Fortune 500 company and you want to rise, right? You want to rise in your position in the company. You want to become COO or CEO or something. That's fine. Or you go for an MBA or PhD because you want to be a professor. You're passionate about teaching in an academic institution. Absolutely go for an MBA. But please don't go for an MBA because you want to start a business. Or because you started a business, the business is struggling and you want to get better. An MBA is not going to help you with that. So I'm sorry, but I don't know who's advising black women. There was a black woman that I coached, I think it was last year, who all of her nursing colleagues were telling her because she wanted a raise in her job and she wasn't getting a raise. So she went to sign up for an MBA that cost her, I don't know, about 30,000 or 50,000, some ridiculous amount, just so that she could get a 5,000 increase in her annual salary. I mean, I looked at her on the coaching call and I said, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? You go and spend about $30,000 to $50,000 just to get a $5,000 raise in your annual salary. How does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. So women, this live is all about resetting and refocusing, okay? 3 months left in 2024. Don't let this year end and then at the end of the year you're like, okay, I didn't achieve all my goals in 2024. Oh yeah, 2025, let's try. No, you still have 90 days. You still have 3 months to the end of this year. Use those 3 months wisely. And I've said it over and over and over in all of my content that if you're a woman with big dreams, if you're a woman who wants to make that mid to high 6 figures in your business, you want to leave your job, you have these business ideas, you want to learn content creation, you want to become a coach, you want to attract a high quality man, you want a wonderful relationship, you're tired of all the toxic relationships, or your health is struggling, you know, your health, you're overweight, you're obese, you don't know where to go, your mental health is struggling. You cannot solve all of those problems by yourself. Okay? You've tried solving them by yourself. How has that helped you? Okay? You have tried solving it by watching Instagram reels. You have tried solving those problems by watching YouTube videos. You have read all of the books that have been published in the world, all the self-help books. You have tried over and over. You have prayed to God. And prayer does work. But there's something called faith, and then there's something called works. Okay? If you are praying to God and you yourself are not stepping out to do what it is that you can do within your power to help yourself, I'm sorry, but the prayer won't work. It's like saying, God, please, my business is suffering. I don't know what to do. I've put so much money in it. I've lost so much money in my business and there's no profits. I can't pay my staff. My credit cards are maxed out. I'm using loans to pay my payroll. God, please help me. Do I need to fast? You fasted for 1 week. You fasted for 1 month. Nothing is changing because God has told you need to step out and seek help. Okay? You need to seek help. God created other people in the world so that they can help you. So many of you pray and pray and pray, and you'll be wondering why God doesn't answer your prayers, because you're not doing the maximum of what you should be doing. You are not doing what you should be doing. You are trying to do it all within your power and just with prayer and fasting, but God is telling you should step out and seek help. It's not another degree that is going to help you. Another degree is not going to help you. You need practical strategies. You need an experienced person to hold your hand and lead and guide you. Oh, Dr. Iyabo's coaching is expensive. I can't afford it. Oh, I can't afford it. But you can afford to be losing money. But you can afford for your health to be suffering. But you can afford to be losing sleep. But you can afford for your diabetes, your high blood pressure, and everything else to be going out of control. But you can afford to be a depressed, single, married woman who feels like she's drowning. But you can afford to be working that job, burning out, crying yourself to sleep, just not wanting to go to work. You can afford for your business to be losing money. Women, wake up. Okay, wake up. Life is all about seeking help, the help you need, because you cannot do it on your own. I have done that in a big chunk of my life. I'm 54 years old today. Everything that I've achieved and where I am today, I didn't do it on my own. I paid thousands and thousands and thousands of money to people to help me, train me, give me practical strategies so that I can get to the heights, to evolve into that highest, biggest person. If I was saying I can't afford it, I couldn't afford it really, but I didn't say it like you women say it. You women are quick to say, I can't afford it, I don't have that money. I couldn't afford it, but I went out and I sought for a loan and I put it on my credit cards and I ingested the knowledge. I absorbed the knowledge from one-on-one coaches, one-on-one consultants. I absorbed the knowledge, okay? I went to expensive conferences. I hired a coding coach. I hired business coaches. I hired medical consultants to help me with all of the things that I didn't know. While I was also reading books, though. I was reading books. I was watching some YouTube videos, but those contribute about 5%. If you're watching online social media videos and you're reading books, that contributes about 5 to 10% of what you need. The bulk of what you need to help you advance in life and elevate and achieve your dreams is an experienced one-on-one coach holding your hand. And notice I'm not saying group coaching. I don't have anything against group coaching. But you have to be a special woman. You have to be a gifted woman. You have to be so hungry and disciplined and desperate for change in your life for group coaching to help you. Yeah, you'll see there are many women who go to group coaching after group coaching after group coaching. They'll tell you, I've attended 5 conferences this year. Oh yeah, I've gone to conferences. I did this group coaching and then that group coaching. And fast forward 5 years, they're still in the same spot. They're still in the same spot. There are many women that have been to many of my master classes and group coaching and all of that. They're still where they are. They just go there, they feel good, they get goosebumps, they get hyped up, and then after 2 weeks, 1 month, they're back to square one. If you are serious and you're desperate for change, you're desperate for elevation, you will hire a one-on-one coach like myself. And it is rare to find a coach like me. It is rare. I say that humbly. It is rare to find a coach who is highly skilled in all of those three facets. It is rare to find a coach who is highly skilled, who can teach you all about business and finances and career, who can teach you all about love and relationships and help you with your kids and help you with all of your romantic and platonic relationships, your dating life, your marriage life, your kids' troubles, and also help you with your health, your physical health and your mental health. It is rare. It is rare. So that's why many women don't want to hire one-on-one coaches, because they're like, this coach is, I have to pay a business coach all this money. I have to pay a one-on-one business coach this money. I have to pay a health and wellness and weight loss coach this money. I have to pay a self-esteem and self-confidence coach this money. It adds up. But I am that one-on-one overall holistic coach who is highly experienced in all of the life areas that you're looking for. And I say that confidently. I'm your money to honey coach. Not just money to honey coach, but everything else in between. Yes, my coaching is expensive for most women. Expensive is relative, right? Expensive is relative. You may think $25,000 for 8 weeks of coaching is expensive, but when you look at the value and the return of your investments and what you're losing from year to year to year to year to year, it will add up to more than $25,000 before you know it. Many of you have paid $50,000, $30,000 for MBAs, for PhDs, for this licensure, for these certificates, and you've accumulated all of these gold medal certificates, and you still cannot tell me that you have an asset of at least $1 million. What's the point of all those certificates? Yes, many of you, think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Many of you have all these huge certificates. MBA, PhD, doctorate, nurse practitioner, doctor of nursing, certification in counseling, certification in this, certification in that. But if I ask you, do you have at least $1 million in assets? Most of you will say no. So think about all of the money you're spending investing in all of these degrees, and at the end of the day, you still don't have $1 million in assets. Then would it be better for you to take $25,000, invest it in 8 weeks of coaching with a woman who's highly experienced in all of those life areas, who can teach you about wealth building, about money, about finances, about your marriage, about self-esteem, about weight loss, health and wellness, how to parent your kids, how to even dress up, right? Your self-image, all the facets of life. Think about it. Would that benefit you better than going to pay another $25,000 for another certificate that you're going to hang up on your wall? And if I ask you, what are your assets? You scratch your head and you're like, assets? No, but I'm in debt. I have like 100,000 or 200,000 debt. I don't have any assets. So all you have is certificates on your wall, and you're 35 years old, you're 40 years old, you're 50 years old, you don't have a retirement fund at all. You have all these degrees and you don't have assets worth at least $1 million. My dear Black women, it's time to reset. You can see the topic I put up there. Time to reset, to refocus, to rethink your goals, because the future comes a lot faster than you think. I'm 54 years old. I remember myself very well at 25 and 30, but I feel very fulfilled because I have achieved over and over what my goals and all of my mission is in life. And I'm still here till I'm 110. I'm still here till I'm 110. Nothing is going to stop me. I'm going to keep talking to women, motivating women, pushing women to achieve their goals, because they can. Those biggest goals that you have, there's nothing stopping you from achieving them as long as you have the strategies. But where are you going to get the strategies from? You're going to get the strategies from a coach who has been there, who has done that, who has achieved that, and who is still working to achieve more. That's how you are going to get there. You're not going to get there by saying out of your mouth, I can't afford her coaching. When you think about what is 6,500 for 1 week, when you can compound and multiply that 6,500 into millions of dollars from my strategies. What is 25,000 for 8 weeks? If you can multiply and compound that money over the years into millions of dollars. That's what I did in my 30s. At age 32, I took out a $350,000 loan, and the bulk of that loan, I spent it on one-on-one coaches and one-on-one consultants. God above knows that I'm saying the truth. On coding coaches, on conferences, because I knew that I needed all of that guidance in order for my business to be successful. And here I am, 20 years after, with a very, very, very successful business. Very successful business. And I have 2 businesses. I also have my coaching, which is my creative business, my coaching and writing and speaking business. So of course, if you're on here, you're watching the replay and you're looking for that passionate speaker to speak at your online conference or your in-person conference, or to speak on your podcast, or to go live with you, come to my DM and hire me as your speaker, and I'll come on there to talk about any topic you want me to talk about, whether it's confidence or health or wealth or finance. Any topic you want me to talk about, relationships, I'll be there, but you have to hire me as your speaker. So I'll stop here. I'll stop here, ladies. But if you're on this live, you're watching the replay, it is time to reset, to refocus, and to rethink your goals. Tomorrow is October 1st. It is the last quarter. 3 months is a quarter, right? Yeah. It is the last quarter of 2024. Last quarter of 2024. It's time to remove the outside distractions. It is time to hire me as your personal coach to help you in all of the areas of your life. Okay? If you need it enough, you will find a way to pay for it. I needed it enough in my 30s. I was hungry and desperate enough for change and for elevation, and I found that money, even though I didn't have it, but I found a way to educate myself, to train myself, to put myself in front of one-on-one people who were coaching me and training me in order to be good at business, in order to be good with public speaking, in order to know how to take care of myself. I hired a publicist who was also my public speaking coach. I won't be here today speaking for, I think, an hour or how long, so confidently, if I didn't have a coach that helped me. So women, saying that you can't afford something, you're just blocking your own blessings, you're blocking your own elevation. Because I know that the things you want to afford, you'll find a way. If your daughter had something that she needed $25,000 for, you will climb the highest mountain to look for $25,000 to give to your daughter. But when it comes to your elevation, I don't have money, I can't afford it, Dr. Iyabo is too expensive, and then you go and sign up for all of the cheapest coaches out there that charge $100 or $200, or you go and buy, somebody says, oh, there's this online course that if you read it, you will make money. You buy all the courses, nothing works because you're still shortchanging yourself. So that's me, that's my talk. So if you've listened to this, you've watched this live, or you're watching the replay, and something tells you it is time to hire Dr. Iyabo as your coach, come to my DM. My DM is open. Just come there and say, Dr. Iyabo, I'm ready. How much are your coaching rates? I'm ready to sign up. I'm tired of being complacent. I'm tired of just being in this comfort zone. It is just tiring. It's making me depressed. I'm tired. I just want more. Come to my DM. come to my DM and I'll let you know what my coaching programs cost. I've already given you an idea here. My 8 weeks is 25,000. My 1 week is 6,500. My 3-day is 4,500. And then I have a 1-day coaching, which is 2,500. So, and everything is in the link in my bio. If you're serious and you're ready, you don't even have to come to my DM. Just go to the link in my bio, click on the quick links, and everything comes up. You'll see my relationship link there. You'll see my business link. You'll see my health and wellness and weight loss link. They all cost the same. Because when I coach, I dive into all areas of life. So whether you want business coaching or relationship coaching or health and wellness coaching, all of my coaching programs are the same amount. They all cost the same. Okay, so let me see. I think there were some comments here. Dr. Adiola said, you're right, Kemi, faith without works is dead. Correct. You can pray from now until eternity. If you don't step out and take action, the prayers won't work. Faith is actually dead. Yes, let me see. Faith without works is nothing. Dr. Adiola said the only way to become successful in anything is to get them done, even if you think you are not capable enough. Get help of an experienced coach or professional to guide you. Exactly, Dr. Adiola. Somebody else says breakthrough is taking action step by step until you move away from where you used to be. Excellent. Thank you, Luxitude International. Action step by step until you get away from where you used to be. Dr. Adiola says, I think we just crave certifications to feed our inner struggles. Absolutely. Black women especially. We just keep getting certifications and certifications, hoping that the next certificate will make us feel better, will make us feel more valuable, will make us feel more confident, and it never happens. The imposter syndrome just keeps getting worse and worse. Kemi says, and then you get in the marketplace and realize your boss only graduated high school, then your self-esteem will take a hit again. Exactly. Exactly. There are many people who work for bosses and their bosses didn't even complete high school, and they have this big mega business, and you are there getting degree after degree after degree, and your boss, the multimillionaire, did not even complete high school. But the only reason he's successful or she's successful is because she took action steps. And she definitely had a one-on-one coach who was guiding her or guiding him. A lot of those people who did not complete high school and who are mega successful, it's because they were desperate for change. And they stepped out and they started taking action step by step by step. And they found somebody who was skilled, like a coach, like a one-on-one mentor, to help them. Dr. Adiola says, step out, do it, act now. Step out, do it, action. Yeah, so, So, that's it. Degrees won't make you feel worthy, not at all. It only worsens your imposter syndrome. Exactly. Black women don't get financial education, but white women do as a standard. It makes a world of difference. Exactly. Kemi said it. Kem, this is a big difference between black women and white women. Black women will go to school and sit down and get degree after degree after degree, but they don't get financial education. But our white counterpart women, they get that. They get financial education. They get financial coaching. It is very different from accumulating degrees. Getting financial education and financial coaching is very, very different from going to accumulate degrees. Kemi, thank you for stating that. She said it's a world of difference. Absolutely. So I'm done. I will start coming live a lot more than before. So for all of you who joined this live, thank you very much. For all of those who are going to watch the replay, thank you very much. I will post this on my YouTube as well later today, or whenever I have the time, it will be on my YouTube as well. But it's time to reset, time to refocus, time to rethink all of your goals. And it is time to hire Dr. Iyabo Webzo, the Money to Honey coach, to be your personal coach. It is time. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. See you all in my DM or see you in the link in my bio, where you just take the action and you click onto it and you pay, and I get the notification that you have enrolled in my coaching, and we begin coaching. We begin coaching right away. Surprise me, take that step, invest in yourself. Go to the link in my bio and select either my 1 day or my 3 day or my 1 week or my 8 week coaching. Do it for yourself. Do it for your future. Do it for your health. Do it for your relationships. Do it for your happiness. Do it for your peace. Do it for your purpose. Make God proud. Start to embark on those goals. You're welcome, Ife. Thank you for joining. You're welcome, Ife. Love you all. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful Monday, and it is time to reset. Bye-bye.